gaming controversy. Like, this remaster came with an achievement that's...
What's a place like this doing inside
it's a little
tree?
distasteful. I might, don't judge.
Welcome to the Sea of Humanity.
Welcome to the cemetery of sin and punishment.
The hell?
You
The hell indeed.
are a replicant.
A manufactured existence.
Individual name, Cunningham.
Who are you? Show yourselves.
Remain calm.
Do not be hasty.
Soon we shall meet.
Creepy.
For the glory of mankind? The origin of the Naruto run?
This is the integrated information management database designed to resemble a perennial plant.
It transmits phenomena recorded in its memory unit.
Oh, that's what the memory things are all
Damn
about.
thing you're saying.
Observations
I don't think it's
of
Devil or
human
Popolis' voice.
as well.
You brought an end to Project Gestalt.
You killed the original Gestalt. Now the remaining Gestalts run wild because they have nowhere left to go.
Oh, interesting.
Your actions have caused the deaths of countless replicants.
Show your damn faces already.
Do not be hasty. Soon we shall meet.
Soon we shall meet.
Get out of here. Dumb lightning beams. Oh, you're asking if we know the origin of Naruto Run. Whenever someone asks a question like that, I always assume it's hypothetical and it's gonna lead to an answer. No, I don't know the origins. Because it just looks cool, right? Hello, creepy children.
Huh? How nice of you to join us.
Yes, how nice of you to join us.
We are the administrators. How full of life you are.
We won't get anywhere like this.
Now then, let's fight.
Oh, you made a big boy.
My name is Master.
My name is Pearl.
I was looking at the subtitles.
What the hell are you saying?
We are the administrators.
The administrators of this forest.
What the sweet crap is up with these freaks?
We have long been watching.
We have long been listening.
The stories of recycled vessels.
The voice of a recycled world.
Their names were a series of characters that, like, are non-normal.
Attention.
And containers.
Worthless heap of scrap!
The only unfortunate part is when the camera's down on the lower left, I cover the other subtitles.
Just as we expected. Come this way.
Come this way. But it's true. Anyway, they said you're just to be expected.
We have taken the liberty of sampling that strength.
We have reproduced you at the point in your journey in which you are strongest.
Son of a... Are those things me?
They are copies of you, shaped by machinery.
A collection of microscopic plant-based propulsion units bound together with massive particles.
The same as this very forest.
A massive forest of memories coalesced by the triumphs of quantum mechanics and massive research.
A forest that records anything and everything about the world.
These are some complicated
If you wanted me
machines.
to follow any of this, you're gonna be real fucking disappointed.
Your comprehension is unnecessary.
After all you care for is killing. Is this not so?
That doesn't seem too strong to me.
These other me's are brittle as hell. I ought to be insulted.
It matters not how many copies you destroy.
They will simply disperse and immediately reconstruct themselves.
There is still much fun to be had.
We have finally come to an end.
God damn, you're annoying. I want to tear these freaks apart, eat the pieces, and shit them into a trash can. Fucking hell.
Like, kinda just is very smooth to handle.
Have you reached your limit?
Damn it.
How unfortunate.
You little fuckers.
My baby's back!
Kaine! Are you okay?
Emil?
You betcha! Anywho.
Got some
It's
extra
good
arms.
To see you safe.
I'll go with this one.
Yeah.
I sense tremendous power in that magic circle. I think it's acting as an energy source. If we can destroy it, all the other Kaines should disappear too.
Got it.
I'll take care of the magic circle. You focus on kicking some Kaine butt. I mean, the other Kaine's butts. Not your Kaine butt. You, the real Kaine.
Yeah, I get it, Emil. Just focus.
Number 7. A magical weapon forged by humans.
A being who absorbed the power of number 6 and transcended humanity.
Who is that? What are those voices?
Just a couple of little fucks.
Just a couple little fucks. Let's go, last one.
Gosh, it feels like it's been forever since we fought together.
This seems familiar. I think there was Someone else who used to fight with us. My memories.
Unusual phenomenal fluctuation observed.
Singularity signature detected in replicant kinase.
Fascinating.
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 Kaine! I did it!
Kaine's a really good character. Like, just flat out, a very good character.
Is that a doorway?
Beyond here lies that which was lost.
The final hope for you to reclaim.
Whoa! What is this place? At least there don't seem to be any bad guys around.
Emil, I didn't get a chance to ask yet with all the fighting and shit, but what happened to you back then? And where have you been? And why the hell do you have 4 arms?
Kaine, Look, it's gonna take way too long to get into all that now.
Fine.
Don't worry about it.
I was worried, you know?
Aw, Kaine. But look at us now. Team Camille, back together again.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is the approach, I think, to the Shadow Lord Keep. Well, now you're in, like, the weird zone. It'd be hard to know what's going on now unless you're paying attention the entire time.
Really important.
Even then.
Tell me about it.
You too?
Yeah, I can't really describe it, but it's like my mind is filled with this weird fog.
I think I made a promise to somebody? Like that we would go eat something delicious?
Well then, we'll just have to get those memories back.
Yeah!
Like, right now, we're in a weird database. They kill Emil again. Emil will be fine. We know he shows up in Automata. Doesn't mean something sad can't happen to Emil in the interim.
I feel an enormous magical power ahead.
Just don't do anything rash. Got it?
Got it. Same goes for you, Kaine. I don't want to be alone anymore.
Yeah.
Emil. I love him so much. There we go. The Master Cube.
Is this the Shadow Lord's castle?
Kaine, I'm sensing some powerful magic up ahead.
This is a very special place.
To you and to the world.
Hello, Cube.
That is the core frame of this forest, within which a great variety of information is stored.
Inside it exists all that this world is, including the memories you have lost.
Though rather,
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies. That voice. It's the one from my dreams.
I've heard that voice before.
these are your memories.
A record repeatedly.
made it this far because you were with us, Kaine.
Damn it. What is this?
Do you suffer?
Whoops. Forgot they alternated. Oh, they did 2 rows, not 3.
Shut the fuck up!
You pathetic fucking shitpurse! Just die already!
Shitburst is a new curse word for me. I like that one. You tell him, Kaine. Teachable lesson.
Where am I?
Oh, getting real, Automata, you hear.
These are your memories.
These are your records.
This is your world.
Goddamn subtitles being up here all the time all of a sudden. Just gonna put me there, I guess. Now the subtitles won't be underneath my face.
The hell is this?
Sweet memories from deep within.
Bitter memories that were sealed away.
Shades?
Shades. Human souls that have gone gestalt.
These shades are what data reproduced via your records. They are the true humans who slaughtered our children.
You are a foreign entity in this world.
An error created by a discrepancy between memory and record.
I have not understood a single fucking thing you shitty little ass grabbers have said since we started this goddamn adventure.
Kaine is so good. I already felt bad about that one.
God damn it. Enough with this bullshit already.
I've heard many voices.
Hate, rage, sorrow.
Oh god, we killed a shonen protagonist. What have we done?
Stop it, stop it, stop it! I kill shades. That's all there is to it.
This is the deepest place in your memories.
Memories you had sealed away.
And this one is your worst memory.
Motherfucker. I'll kill you as many times as it takes. You goddamn shit fucking despicable piece of garbage!
Oh, that's so good.
Shut your goddamn traps for one goddamn second and let me kill it already!
Efforts are futile and cannot be stopped.
There is no escaping this nightmare.
Someone else was there when I first fought this bastard. Fuck. Why can't I remember?
You can make all the weird babies you want, I don't care. Oh.
This is some twisted shit right here, and you're gonna pay!
We're seeing what they're supposed to really look like. Just people.
Won't lose to you.
Oh no, some kids are in there.
I think it's charging up its magic. Get the fuck down here, you worthless, piss-guzzling shit rag! Okay, that hurt.
Okay. Oh no.
Get out, half-breed! You disgust me. You disgust us all. We don't want you. Just leave us in peace.
Enough already!
Hard to dodge when you can only
Shut
stagger.
up! Fuck. This is bad.
It's very bad. What BS saying, don't you dare give up? When Kaine's eyes fluttered open, she sees a dozen villagers quizzically staring back. After a moment, she realizes she's collapsed on the ground, where sharp stones dig at her flesh like, whatever, that's not important right now. She pulls herself to her knee before rising on unsteady feet and sparing a glance at her surroundings. The fuck? She mutters. What happened? Was I just fighting shades? Her mind races as her hand gropes unconsciously for the blade that has been her constant companion for so very long. Though she can't explain it, it's clear she has somehow been transported to an entirely new world. Well, not entirely new. She recognizes the hawk-shaped weather vane twisting slowly in the wind above her, as well as the small round homes where wisps of smoke drifting to the air. And of course, there are the villagers currently staring at her with a mixture of fear and disgust. Oh yes, they are a familiar sight indeed. She's in the Eyrie. She is home. Something matter, girl? Kaine spins around at the voice and sees a woman ravaged by time. Her narrow hips barely seem strong enough to hold her body upright, while the shawl wrapped around her thin frame appears ready to fall apart at any moment. Grandma, is that really you? Our grandmother's eyes grow almost comically wide before blinking several times in succession. What's wrong, you fool girl? Is your head lost in dreams? Dreams? Could this be a dream? But it feels so real. But she's dead. Grandma's dead. I watched that goddamn shade kill her. So if this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? Unless those shades killed me too. That must be it. I'm dead. I'm dead and this is her. Oh, stop with this nonsense already. Kaine flinches as her grandmother raises a hand in the air, expecting pain to come across as correction for her foolishness. But instead of a blow, her grandmother simply places the hand upon her grandmother's cheek. The warmth of it instantly spreads from her cheek to her face before filling her entire body with a kind of beautiful light. What's wrong, girl? Asked her grandmother. Are you upset? Do you want to go home? Kaine feels tears coming to her eyes and struggles to hold them back. Though she still has no idea what is happening, she knows one thing for certain. This is her grandmother. Sorry, Grandma. Not sure where my head was there. Well, just make sure you keep it attached, her grandmother chuckles as she pulls her hand away. Maybe this is a dream, or maybe I'm already dead, I don't know. But either way, I'm not home. I'm not alone. As long as Grandma's with me, that's enough. Didn't I just tell you to stop spacing out, girl? Her grandmother says with a cackle. Here, now, hold this. She hands Kaine a large sack filled to bursting with all manners of fruits and vegetables. Damn, Grandma, that's a lot. Well, it's important to treat yourself every now and again. Besides, these villagers may hate us, but the bastards are more than willing to take our money. We'll lend support as we can, even if they have to hold their noses while we do it. Her grandmother trails off as if trying to remember something, then slowly turns around. Well, what do you know? In all the excitement, I forgot to buy my medicine. A thin smile wavers on her face for a moment before vanishing into a lifetime's worth of crevices and wrinkles, causing Kaine to take a concerned step forward. No, Grandma, that's fine. You go home and rest. I'll get the medicine. Her grandmother hesitates, clearly trying to weigh her own need for rest against her granddaughter's odd behavior for a moment before. Before she can start to argue, Kaine charges ahead, ignoring the small voice in her head that's telling her what a bad idea all of this is. Really, Grandma, it's fine. Go home. I've got this. She pulls her grandmother's ancient wallet from her fingers, an act that requires a surprising amount of strength. Besides, you know how stubborn I am. Once my mind is set, there's no changing it. I wonder where you got that from. Seeing that further argument would be useless, her grandmother slowly turns and begins the long journey home. Kaine watches the figure recede from her vision, waiting for what seems an eternity to ensure everything is all right. Once the frail shadow finally vanishes over the horizon, she turns on a heel and makes for the apothecary. Oh there, says the elderly apothecary as Kaine enters the store. Here for Callie's medicine, are you? Though few villagers had ever bothered to learn her grandmother's name, she and the apothecary were old friends. Perhaps that was the reason he'd always shown her kindness, and so many others had not. Yeah, if it's not a bother. The shopkeeper immediately set about his work, deftly pulling bottles and herbs from the shelves and mixing them with a practiced hand. Soon a peculiar smell began to drift through the store, one that immediately reminds Kaine of her childhood. There you are, says the apothecary as he holds out a small cloth bag. Sorry for the wait. Oh, and say, that's a fine portrait you do of your grandmother. Looks just like her, so it does. Honestly, I've never seen Callie so over the moon about anything. She brags about it every time she stops by. You saw that? Says Kaine, her eyes narrowing. Said portrait was something she had whipped up one day after getting her hands on some crayons, and to call it rough would be an act of purest generosity. The idea her grandmother was displaying it around town makes Kaine's stomach want to sink down to her feet before slinking off into a hole somewhere. You bet I saw it, the pleased apothecary says. She brought it all the way here just to show me. But it's been a long time since I've seen something so wonderful. Kaine's mind begins to whirl. The picture was shit. She was sure it was shit. And yet, the man's reaction displayed the exact opposite opinion. Is he just being nice to me? The apothecary, as if sensing her skepticism, doubles down. I can really tell you put your heart into it. It was simply wonderful. Thanks, offers Kaine, who just wants the entire conversation to be over. She briefly considers how she's going to make her grandmother cease her little traveling art show, but then realizes that train has likely left the station. Shaking her head to banish her increasingly shrill thoughts, she grips the bag of medicine tightly and turns to leave. But just as she reaches the door, she hears a loud thud from somewhere back in the shop. Kaine turns around to see the apothecary crouching on the floor. Hey there, you okay? When the man does not reply, Kaine moves toward him. She assumes he just slipped on something, or perhaps hit his head on one of the low-hanging shelves in the crowded shop. But the moment that she draws close to him, she hears him begin to scream inside her mind. My leg! My leg! Oh my god! Oh god, where's my leg? Panicked, Kaine looks down and discovers the man's leg is gone. Help me! Screams the voice in her head. Help me! As Kaine looks on in horror, the man's fingers begin to shimmer and vanish. He reaches out for her with his other hand, only to find that it, too, is no longer there. Soon his arms go, then his legs. Then the sign of his face warbles out of existence, causing a stray eyeball to roll out of its socket and onto the floor. says the voice. If it could even be called that anymore. I can. A moment later, what remains of the pitiful shopkeeper collapses into a heap of ash, releasing a small puff into the suddenly silent air. As Kaine stumbles back in horror, she hears a cacophony of terror rising up outside. Oh god, what's happening? My arms! Where are my arms? Why can't I see? Kaine bursts out of the store and finds herself in a nightmare. Homes slough off the slides of cliffs, taking up pieces of scaffolding as they fall. Screams echo it everywhere, creating an opera fit for hell. Villagers run in mad circles before exploding into dust, their clothes drifting this way and as it falls... this way and that as it floats untethered through the air. As she stares at the scene, oof, wide-eyed, a single thought suddenly inserts itself into the forefront of her mind. Grandma! Kaine breaks into a run, the crumbling world around her suddenly forgotten. She leaps from one piece of falling debris to the next, using them as stepping stones to cross a world that is increasingly losing cohesion. As she continues her mad dash, flecks of ash are blown into her face, her mouth, her eyes. Ash, 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 buildings and people all reduced to so many cinders in the wind. Soon she arrives at her childhood home. It was once a place filled of precious memories, a place she regarded as an oasis in an increasingly mad world, but now it is nothing but a pile of ash. As she gapes unbelievingly at the sight, a faint sound suddenly reaches her ears. Kaine! She's alive! Grandma's alive! With a speed born out of panic, she leaps into the giant pile and begins shoving it aside. It stings her eyes and burns her lungs, but she continues on, heedless of the danger. Finally, she pulls a small, blackened form out of the darkness. Come on, Grandma, she whispers. We're getting out of here. Without waiting a response, Kaine gathers her grandma in her arms and breaks into a mad run, hoping to escape the chaos. But the wave of ash has become a tsunami, and before she can make it more than a few desperate steps, it reaches out with a cruel hand and overwhelms them. Kaine stumbles and falls, sending her and her grandmother tumbling into the ashes. One glance at her feet is enough to reveal the culprit. Her right leg has vanished at a point just below the knee. Oh, it'll take more than that to stop me, mutters Kaine as she slings her grandmother over her shoulder and begins to crawl away. We're going to make it. We're going to live. As she crawls, her grandmother seems to grow lighter, as if trying to magically reduce the weight of her own burden. And as Kaine continues to struggle, she hears a small, soft voice enter her ear. Thank you, Kaine. Thank you. As the voice drifted away, the last of the pile of ash that used to be her grandmother drifts away on a soft breeze. Kaine screams, an impossibly sad and lonely sound, and begins trying to pull the ashes back to her. This can't be happening, it can't be happening! But the ashes are mingling with all the other detritus from the collapsed village, and soon she can no longer tell which particles belong to who. Come on, come the fuck on already! As she continues her frantic digging, her hand suddenly closes around a piece of soft, ragged fabric. Her grandmother's shawl. I knew this place was a lie. I knew it, and I still couldn't do anything. Couldn't save anyone, I couldn't even escape. I just felt the peace in the place, and I accepted it. I wanted it. That's all there was. That's why there was nothing here. No reason to live, no goal, no anything. So this is why I'm... Suddenly a new voice enters Kaine's world.
I say, can you hear me?
After a moment, the voice calls out again, louder, clearer.
Now then, you wish to get him back, hmm?
Him? Replied Kaine. Who are you talking about?
For the love of all the heavens, I always did know you were a handful.
Though the voice immediately began to grate on Kaine's nerves, there's something else as well. A kind of warmth. Almost a familiarity.
Are you truly so daft that you have already forgotten one of your beloved traveling companions and friends?
Says the voice, which causes something deep in Kaine's memories to surge forth. That's right. I had friends, and I was fighting to get one of them back. At this realization, a blinding, radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world. Covering her eyes with one trembling hand, Kaine reaches for it.
Do hurry back now, hussy.
I actually like them as non-voiced text segments. There's something about, like, reading text with your own voicing that is special to me. I like it.
What is the matter? Do you still not remember?
Honestly, some of the, like, unvoiced segments have been really, like, hitting me. But I spent a lot of my childhood just quietly reading books.
Right. Okay. Let's get him back!
The power of Grimoire Vice grants you the use of magic.
Magic to topple the beast. I presume you know how to use magic, yes? Give us a show, hussy.
I don't need your help to take out this goddamn fuckwaffle!
Use my power to knock the creature down with magic. Well done. Now clobber the beast.
Let's fuck it up good! Shit, this thing is tough.
Let the next onslaught be our last.
Hey, Vice.
Yes.
Thanks.
Where are these fucking bullets coming from?
Have you been in your cups again?
Fuck your face.
Your cups.
Ah, that's more like it. Are you sound of mind, hussy? What you're attempting is extremely...
Cram it, book. I'm doing this.
I see.
Kindness Theme is like such a good goddamn song. Your health bar's getting a little bit low there, friend.
Let not your resolution waver before mere illusions again, hussy.
Don't worry. I'll do what needs to be done.
Dark Blast, you make this so much easier. Although they do repopulate quick. There we go, the corner where I can see them all. Get out of here! Andy, why don't cows wear flip-flops? Because they lack toes. How's it going, Andy?
Do not relent in your assault.
Time to close this out! Huh.
Yeah, big blocky hands. Real JoJo barrage of punches there.
So this is a replicant's potential.
Don't go. I'm gonna go back. Don't go.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I already made up my mind. Nobody tells me what to do. I swore I would be a sword. I swore that I would be your sword. Do you hear me? So I am going to get you back, and I don't care what it takes. Who the fuck do you think you are to just up and disappear like that, huh? I'm the one who gets to decide what my life means to me. It's my life, and I'll do whatever I want with it. So quit wasting time like a brainless fuckwit and get your ass back here now!
She has such a gentle way of talking. It's really rather sweet. It's tearing up because it's an emotional moment. I was drinking water because it's like, oh, gotta occupy my face. You want to recover the person you cherish? Yes. If you choose this option, your current save data will be erased, and the save data deleted and ending D will be restored. Are you sure about this? Yes. Once your save data has been restored, this save data will be erased, so you can only choose this option once. Are you really sure? Yes. Are you really sure about this? Yes. Get him back! The correct name was entered. All save files will be restored. Got him back! Yeah, maybe a giant egg or two for my trouble. Come on, just like one giant egg? Here are all these tutorials you never looked at. We're unerasing all the things we erased at the end of D. Select a file to restore the lost save data to.
I leave the rest to you, hussy.
Yeah, at the end of D, you have to make a choice. If you want to save Kaine and restore her humanity, you have to erase yourself from existence, which includes your save files. It erases all save data. And then you have to start a new game. When you start the new game, it, for all intents and purposes, appears to be a normal new game. But when you reach a certain point, this deviation happens, and you can do what we just did. Run back!
Our journey may have been meaningless.
Our past may have been a mistake.
But we're not going back.
Even if this world comes to an end.
Because this...
Don't zoom out too much. Ooh, careful, careful!
This is the world with the people we cherish.
That's a big flower. We've done it! Part 3 took about 3.5 hours. Probably could have been closer to 3 if it wasn't for a couple of, like, I think I'm ready to leave this place. Whoops! I had to go in that room moments in the junk heap. But still. No fall damage, it's true. So this is the ending that canonically leads into Nier Automata. The important bits, of course, being when these AI programs that were made in service of the Gestalt project say some important lines such as, like, oh, so, like, replicants do have potential, and maybe they're not just, like, soulless little things that shouldn't be here. Because, boy howdy, there's a lot of replicants in the future, let me tell you. Ride his smooth body down like a surfboard. You lost it in it for a moment there? Ah, you lost it just as we finished. Well, now that this is like the real credits, it's time for me to do what we normally do during the credits of a game, and let's talk about the game. I really liked Nier. It's one of those games where I didn't play it when it was a thing that was new. I watched True Axiom play a bunch of it, but it looked kind of frustrating to play, because the old game had a different combat engine to it, a little bit more clunky. But after Automata, I was like, oh my god, like, I need to know more about the games this guy makes, because Automata really, like, I really loved Automata. As long as you saw Giant Flower Naked Time, that's important. That's the important part. So I was very excited when they announced that Replicant was a game that was coming out with a new gameplay director in the form of Platinum Games' lead developer. I love that guy. He'd make some really good games. Can't remember his name right now, but it'll pop up in the credits at some point. C was a little bit of a drag just because there wasn't much new content in C, but still, love this game. Had a blast with it. I'm a little sad it's over. This will probably be something that I just replay for poops and ha-has off stream. This time I'll do it with the Japanese voices so I can hear all those voices. Here for the credits. So yeah, 200 thumbs up for me. Enjoyed this game very much. I'm not quite sure what the giant flower is. But it is nice hearing the, like, oh, replicants do have potential. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see where this is going. Did I like the end of Nier Jellion? Yes. I can see what you mean. The end of Ava comparison. Not unearned there. Like, the giant flower is like, huh? Like, replicants and androids, quote-unquote, have some overlap. So I could see how we went to the place we go to. Which, there's a similar location that happens in some of the routes in Automata. And it's like, okay, yeah, there's the collected database. I kind of understand what's going on. He still fucks with your expectations because it casts 2B and 9S as just randos? Yes. Everyone's happy. They're together. He's no longer depressed. Yay! So yeah, I'll look into getting Drakengard 3 at some point. If I could gain the ability to play it, that might be an interesting experience. Hope there's an after credits with Yona. I would hope so. Like, oh fuck, I had a brother? I had no idea. Gotcha. Trophy earned E8A898E686B6E. A parting greeting has been added to the options menu. You should play Dragon Guard 1. I'll see if I can find the trilogy. Visit that woman's house to acquire a new weapon. It's all three of their primary weapons all together. A parting greeting.
All right, is everybody here?
Present and accounted for.
You betcha!
Sure. All right then. Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you. Thank you for playing. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yona, why aren't you in bed?
Oh, hey! It's my big brother. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to miss this.
Try and take it easy on her, okay? Yeah, you wouldn't turn down a request from your adorable little sister.
This is an
would you?
adorable thing to get at the end of the
You're
game.
here too?
Looks like you're having yourself a grand old time, sunshine!
Okay, who was that?
Shut up, Tyrion. You'll just make things complicated.
We haven't all the time in the world, Let us finish what we came here to do.
So, it's really gonna be over, huh? Does that make anyone else feel sad?
We
Yeah.
have to say goodbye eventually. But hey, I'm sure we'll meet again.
You really think so?
I'm getting hungry over here. Want to hurry this up?
All right, once again, from the top.
Dear players, the game is over, and we have a special message for you.
Thank you so much for
Ready?
playing my game.
1, 2,
Thank you for playing.
That's cute. Very good. You should play Dragon Guard 1, which is the true meaning of suffering, but don't play Dragon Guard 2, because it's not canon. I've unlocked the Kabuki outfit, the Samurai outfit, and the Yora outfit. Kabuki Samurai Yorha, Kabuki Samurai Yorha, Kabuki Samurai Standard. Oh, he doesn't get a Yorha. Magic Orbs is a meal? Yes! Finally! Get Sojiro in here! Let's see, Kaine gets to be Taipei. Adult me will be Samurai, child me will be Kabuki. Perfect. The Witcher anniversary message video. Alright, I gotta use the restroom because I drank an entire bottle of water. Lost Shrine Roof. Level 7, Depths of the Junk Heap. Good times. Oh, interesting. So that's the save file it held on to. It means I could continue working on my plants. My garden.